The bank lobby fell silent and shocked, in front of dozens of stunned customers. The manager's hand cracked across the cheek of a young black woman. Gasps echoed through the marble hall. Nobody dared move. Nobody dared speak. And yet, as the woman slowly lifted her head, her calm eyes held a secret that would shatter the arrogant man's world within minutes. The bank lobby gleamed with marble floors and polished counters, the kind of place that screamed order and authority. Behind the main desk stood Mr. Harrington, the branch manager, a tall, stiff man in his late 50s, his sharp suit matched only by his sharper temper. He prided himself on discipline, efficiency, and above all, respect for hierarchy. Across from him, waiting patiently in the line, stood a woman most would never look at twice. Dressed in a modest business outfit, with no jewelry or flashy signs of wealth, she seemed like just another customer. But behind her calm eyes was a confidence far greater than anyone in the room realized. She wasn't here for a loan or to open an account. She was here for something much bigger. The bank's marble floors echoed as a young black woman, dressed modestly in a simple blouse and skirt, stepped up to the counter. She carried herself with quiet dignity, but the bank manager barely glanced at her before his tone turned sharp. "Do you even have an account here?" he sneered, waving her paperwork aside. The line of wealthy customers behind her began to watch, some smirking, others shifting uncomfortably. She calmly explained her request, her voice steady, but the manager leaned closer, his arrogance rising with every word. "People like you waste our time. You should know your place." The woman's hands tightened around her bag, but her expression remained calm. The room's atmosphere shifted, whispers spread, eyes narrowed, tension climbed. And then, in front of everyone, the manager slammed her documents back at her and delivered a stinging slap across her cheek. Gasps erupted. The room froze. The humiliation was complete, or so he thought. The sting of the slap still burned on her cheek, but she didn't flinch. Slowly, she straightened her posture, her eyes no longer soft but razor-sharp with authority. Reaching calmly into her bag, she pulled out a sleek black folder embossed with the bank's golden logo. The murmurs in the room grew louder as she laid it flat on the counter and flipped it open. Inside, legal documents, ownership contracts, and her name signed boldly across every page. Her voice cut through the silence, calm but heavy with power. "You just assaulted the sole owner of this bank." The manager's smirk collapsed. His face drained of color. The crowd erupted in gasps and stunned whispers. Some even pulled out their phones, capturing the moment the hunter realized he was prey. The manager stumbled backward, sweat beading at his forehead as reality crashed over him. His arrogance dissolved into stammered apologies, but it was too late. The security guards, who had once stood by his side, now stepped forward at her signal. Their loyalty was to the bank, and therefore, to her. Gasps echoed as the manager's name was called out over the intercom. Mr. Robert Hayes, please report to HR immediately. But the truth was clear. There would be no HR meeting, only consequences. She looked him in the eye, her tone sharp as glass. "You thought my skin made me less. But today, it cost you everything." The entire bank lobby went silent, all eyes fixed on the woman who had turned humiliation into power with a single reveal. The once smug manager was escorted out, his career collapsing in front of the very customers he had tried to impress. Whispers rippled through the lobby, but none dared to meet her gaze. The CEO, still calm, still poised, turned to the waiting line of customers. Her voice softened, carrying both authority and reassurance. "This bank belongs to everyone who walks through these doors with dignity. Remember that." Applause broke out. Not because she was wealthy, not because she was powerful, but because she had stood tall where others would have bowed. As she left the branch, the afternoon sun hit her face. No disguise, no mask, just a black woman who owned the very empire that once tried to silence her. For the first time, the city knew her name, not as a CEO hidden in shadows, but as a leader unafraid to reveal the truth. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more powerful stories.